We are visiting rooms here at Kensington Palace that Queen Victoria was born in, fell in love in, and became queen in. Let's explore the life of Queen Victoria through the Victoria, a Royal Childhood exhibit. Before we head inside, we actually have to show off this beautiful statue that was actually sculpted by Queen Victoria's daughter. Victoria's fourth daughter was actually reluctant to sculpt her mother, and she ended up doing it anyway, but when she did so and submitted it, she did so anonymously, but it was ultimately picked by the panel. The statue depicts 18-year-old Victoria sitting in her coronation robes. Victoria used to complain that her childhood home was bleak, but it was actually super colorful and decorated much nicer than she let on. We know this because curators extensively researched the house and went to great lengths to mimic everything from the wallpaper to the wallpaper and flooring in the actual dollhouse. We're going to go inside and see where Queen Victoria was born, and it's not what you would expect. This is the line for 3 o'clock, so I'm glad we got here early for our 3:30 ticket. Victoria was actually born in the dining room here, which sounds really weird, but that was done because it was easier to bring in hot water from the kitchens. One interesting fact about Queen Victoria's birth is she was delivered by a female doctor, which was extremely rare for that time. It's hard to imagine Queen Victoria as a child, so I'm really excited to see this next room. I can't imagine just having a dollhouse be your actual house. Even the carpet matches the actual carpet. Victoria was super into journaling and detailed pretty much everything that she did. So, for example, she and her mom would go on almost a weekly basis to the theater or the opera here in London. And when she'd get home, she would recreate scenes by drawing them out, or she would create costumes for her dolls, and she would even note who she felt sung the best and the worst in the performances. Victoria's childhood was far from normal, and to her, it was pretty miserable. That's because Queen Victoria's mother enforced a strict code of discipline, which we now call the Kensington System. Victoria's mother and Sir John Conroy strictly monitored her every move and even controlled who she was allowed to meet with. Victoria couldn't even walk down the stairs without holding someone's hand in case she fell. You can tell Victoria grew to resent her mom and Conroy because one of her first actions as queen was to permanently ban Conroy from her apartments. Before we discuss Queen Victoria, we're going to head into a room that reimagines the night she met her future husband. And spoiler alert, her future husband was her cousin. Victoria and Albert met at her 17th birthday party, and according to both of them, it was love at first sight. Because tradition dictated that no one could propose to a reigning monarch, Victoria actually proposed to Albert in 1839. Now let's see where Victoria became queen. Let's keep in mind that Victoria was never meant to be queen. When she was born, she was 5th in line to the throne. However, by the time she turned 18, a quick succession of deaths in her family basically ascended her into queendom. I don't know if this is because she was an angsty teenager or if she was just totally over her mom, but the first thing that she did as queen was demand an hour all to herself. On her first day as queen, she entered the Red Saloon and led her first privy council to a room full of 97 men. Even though it was expected of her to reign from Kensington Palace, she decided to reign from Buckingham Palace. A queen needs a tiara, so let's see where Queen Victoria's is kept. Albert had pretty good taste. He helped design this set of jewelry. Now Now that I've been through the whole exhibit, I am so impressed. I think Victoria's life is extremely fascinating. There's so much detail in each room. Definitely read all the signs though, because if you don't, you're not really going to learn much. She just had such an incredibly sad but unique but privileged childhood. It's a bit hard to fathom, but you can kind of see as you go through how it shaped her into the queen that she was. And I'm curious what you liked the most about it, so definitely comment below and let us know. And as always, thanks for watching. On her first day as queen, I don't know if this is because